Hello, 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 everybody. Everyone can see me. Everyone can hear me just fine. Give me a thumbs up if you can see and hear me just fine. I'm doing this from my motel room. So it's my parents' 60th anniversary. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I'm here. It's my parents' 60th anniversary. So I we came up to Phoenix to celebrate it with my sister, and it was awesome, man. It's kind of got me a little teary-eyed because 60 years is just it's 60 years. It's crazy. I mean, unbelievable. And every time I take them on a road trip, I always say to them, I always pull over to the side of the road and tell them to get out, or I tell them, you guys, you know where I'm really taking you, right? You know where this is going. We're done with this. We're taking you to a home. And then they get like a panicked look on their face. I have to fuck with them. It's the only way I can stay sane. It's the only way I can stay sane. I have to fuck with them. The title of this video is obviously food shortages and America's migration. And the reason I'm saying that is because I've been having a lot of interviews with different guests. Jim Willie, everybody agrees the consensus is the same. Everyone concurs. These food shortages are engineered. They're well organized. There's a lot of food processing plants burning down. And I'm here to say that I believe, my opinion, that the fires in New Mexico and Arizona that happen in California, all that is the cabal, man-made fires, clearing people out of the rural areas into the cities. It's mass migration. It's a forced migration. And I'm saying this because I understand how they want to conjugate everybody into smart cities away from the rural areas. They want to all the fires, all that is being used for is forced migration. And I'm gonna go down swinging saying that right now. Looks like we're a little slow to the ball today. I know I told a lot of people I wasn't coming on today, but I decided to from my motel room. Oh man, hopefully you guys can see me. I know that the lighting's a little messed up. Folks, keto with NINO. Turn up your volume for this one, folks. It's harder to manage our weight now more than ever, and that isn't just because we're surrounded by things that trigger cravings like the fast food chains everywhere. Most of our weight gain is largely outside of our control. Yeah. After the age of 20, for example, we're genetically wired to gain weight. Here's why. After a certain age, our body's metabolism slows down as much as 4% each decade. This is why I highly recommend this amazing keto power. This amazing product has helped me lose more weight than any program supplement or fat I've tried. Thousands of users claim it was the reason they were able to drop weight. This is because it helps increase the level of ketones inside the body, which helps combat the effects of slowed metabolism. Ever since I started taking it, managing my weight has never been easier. If you've been looking for a great way to support your weight loss goals, you'll love this amazing health supplement. Get 51% off. 51% off for the next 24 hours only by going to the link below, Keto with NINO. So hit that up, folks. It's there in the link below. I tell you what, every time I do these shows from like a motel room or somewhere else, I feel so fucking off rhythm. But I'm going to go for it anyway. I decided that I wanted to do a show today. I've knocked out a lot of great interviews. Jim Willie's up on Nino's Corner.tv right now, and we're talking about the food shortages that are coming. Folks, if you think they're not coming, think again. They're coming. And well-engineered. I wouldn't say well-engineered. I mean, it's obvious what they're doing. It's obvious that they're burning plants. A plane crashed into General Mills. Gee, that was an accident. So there's a lot of things happening that is going to force Americans to wake up, and it's coming. If you think that, I've talked to Juanito. He said, "Hey, man, we're just barely going into into the eye of the storm. We're not there. We're not. He even said we're not even in the storm yet. We're not even in the fucking storm yet. This concerns me because for people like me and for like my audience that are already awake, I got to think about how frustrating it is, how agonizingly painful it is to have to witness this shit and see everybody the fuck asleep. That's what bothers me. Oh, you take this too serious. You need to relax a little bit. Go smoke a joint. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, I said it. It's because of people like you that just care about Monday Night Football and you just watch your basketball. If you were paying attention to what was happening in the world, in the real world, this wouldn't be happening. If you were just paying attention, we wouldn't be in this mess. But no, you like to stick your head in the sand. You like to be asleep. Folks, my Spotify is Nino's Corner. My Telegram is Nino's Corner. Something's going on with my Telegram. It goes up and down, up and down. And I know there's a lot of truther shit talkers out there. Fuck you punks. You're all fucking punks. And you know I know who you are. And let me tell you this. If I see you at an event, you will get confronted, motherfuckers. Every single one of you that talks shit away from that goes on there, little keyboard heroes, little keyboard warriors. When you see me in person, I will confront you and I will embarrass the living shit out of you. That's a promise. That's a promise. Telegram, Nino's Corner. Getter, Nino's Corner. Twitter is Nino Boxer. It's Nino Boxer on Twitter. And folks, ninoscorner.tv. How many of you, first of all, I put the Jason Shurka video up as a treat. I can't be too loud because the maid. See, everyone at this motel knows me. And I don't want to be like, I know the maid will be like, Mr. David, Mr. David, are you okay, Mr. David? Do you need some assistance? Mr. David. Hopefully that doesn't happen. JP McIsaac is on the, regarding the Hunter laptop, is on ninoscorner.tv. George Papadopoulos was a good interview, really good interview. That's on ninoscorner.tv. I just put up Jim Willie, and guess who I'm talking to today, folks? I'm talking to Dr. Judy Mikovich. We're going to be discussing all topics regarding the big C word and the boogeyman and this and Dr. Artist. So we're going to be discussing all of that. But first, man, we're in a slow pickup today, huh? Is it because I told people I'm not coming on Monday? I guess not. I don't know. We have a slow audience today. Coming at you live from Phoenix, folks. Or the apocalypse. The apocalypse from Phoenix. Folks, I got to tell you, what we're seeing right now is an attack of an America that's beyond any belief. And what I mean by this is that the food shortages and America's forced migration is happening right now in real time. While you're all busy partying and eating your meals and hanging out with your family, not paying attention to any of this, it's happening. It's happening. They're slipping the rug from under all of us. And the food processing plants and factories are catching fire. This is completely engineered. Plane crashing into General Mills. This is all an attempt to destroy America's food supply to send us quicker into the Great Reset. It's all engineered. You know, I talked to Juanito the other day, and he said there is going to be a president that diverts us from civil war, the first president to ever do that. And I was like, let me guess who it is. We're coming into some tough times, and this is not about fear porn. This isn't about clickbait. This has nothing to do with that shit. This is about me just telling you the reality of the situation, of what's happening. It's just the reality. It's just what's happening. Hyperinflation, food shortages is all going to be what? It's going to be blamed on the boogeyman, number one, which was this. We all know what boogeyman number one was. And number two, Putin. So as long as they have people to blame, you know how liberals like to do this shit. Blame him, blame her, blame that guy, blame that chick over there. They just want people to blame. And they need a blaming source. So number one is what happened in 2020. Number two is Putin. Number three Number 3, the big one, where all the fires are coming from, all the big fires. That's climate change. They're going to blame climate change. They're going to say, ooh, you need to have your electric car. I was just seeing there was just some show on Netflix with Obama on there. Like, I didn't want to fucking vomit when I saw that guy's face. Talking about climate change. Thank you, Kay. Climate change. There's climate change, but it's engineered. Look up in the sky above. Look at all the chemtrails. This is not a joke. This is completely everything that you're being told is a fucking lie. It's all engineered, and it's time to wake up. Wake the fuck up. But I'm here to say this. As the pendulum swings far left, which it's doing right now, far left, it's physics. If you understand physics, when it goes left, it's got to go right. So as our borders are wide open, as we're having an influx of hundreds and thousands of fucking migrants coming in a month, or if not millions, as Biden, the Trojan horse, keeps putting these executive orders, these laws, as they keep ruining our country, destroying our food processing plants, the forced migration with the fires, it's all designed, folks. It's all done by design. The pendulum that goes this way has to go this way. So what's going to happen, I think, is at some point, Americans are going to get sick and fucking tired of this shit and going to make a stand. They're going to say, enough's enough. This is not the America that we're a part of. This is not the America we believe in. What the fuck's going on? That's going to be for the slow people. But for the most part, I think physics. Pendulum goes this way, it goes this way. I believe, I'm going down swinging this. And you can say I'm crazy, whatever, I'm used to it. I think before 2024, and I'm just calling it here. Now, could I be wrong? Could we say, hey, hip, hip, hooray, Trump for Speaker of the House. Trump's going to run in 2024. It's going to be awesome. I don't think there's nowhere this can go except for him to step in somehow, some way. That's not up to me. I'm not calling the shots. I don't have the intelligence in that, but there's no way this can be, in order for them to pay for the crimes of 2020, something has to be done before 2024. If we don't, if nothing's done, it's a wrap, folks. It's a fucking wrap. It's a wrap. Because that's what I'm looking at. If nothing's done before, it's over. It's just over. I'm not going to be the guy going, hip, hip, hooray, 2024, because 2020 was so awesome. I'm going to go vote in 2024. We just have to show up with more people. Nah. No. I'm doing these broadcasts and these programs to say, like, this happens before, or fuck it, I'm done. I'm done. And I think once the pendulum swings right, if I'm correct about this, it goes left and then it's going to go right. But it depends on the people. It depends on you to wake up. Wake up. I think after it swings left, it's going to go far right. Maybe martial law, maybe military. I don't know. But then it's somewhere we're going to meet in the middle. And I think that's going to be the fine balance, is going to be the middle at some point. Now, when? I don't know. I'm not psychic. I'm just basing this on my interviews that I do with all the people that I do my interviews with. And it's my assumption. It's my educated opinion. Okay? That's how I'm seeing this go down. And before I get started, I want you all to fact check this. Fact check the Federal Reserve. Is there a new fence up at the Federal Reserve? Is there a new fence up at the Federal Reserve? Someone, my NINO's investigators, please check that out for me. Folks, give me a thumbs up if I'm doing it right. Thank you, Yogi Wave. Yogi Wave. Yogi. FBI warns of targeted targeted cyber attacks on food plants amid heightened coverage of fires. So now the FBI is saying, there could be cyber attacks on the food plants. Because why? Got to get them out of there. Got to fucking suppress the food. Got to have food shortages, engineered food shortages. So we're telling you before we do it. There's going to be cyber attacks on food plants. So The FBI's cyber division issued a warning about potential cyber attacks on agricultural cooperatives and food plants amid the increasing media coverage of recent fires and explosions at food processing plants across the United States. Ransomware actors may be more likely to attack agricultural cooperatives during critical planting and harvest seasons, disrupting operations, causing financial loss, and negatively impacting the food supply chain, the FBI's recent notice said, adding that ransomware attacks in 2021 and early 2022 could disrupt the planting season by affecting the supply of seeds and fertilizer. Who are they going to blame this on? Russia. They got the boogeyman. They got the proper boogeyman in place, Russia. Okay? It's going to be Russia. And the other boogeyman. There's boogeyman number 1, boogeyman number 2, and boogeyman number 3 is climate change. But all you liberals just love it. You just care about the nature and the world. I'm just waiting. Mr. David, do you need some assistance? Fucking crazy. Oh. Mr. David, you need help with your underwears? All right. American grocery store hit hard by rising inflation, with prices of commodities rising due to the boogeyman and supply chain disruptions. All of it added in together. Inflation has hit grocery stores across the United States as brands increase product prices to prevent corporate profits from being squeezed. P&G, which sells its skincare products, shampoo, diapers, and toothpaste, raised product prices by 5%. This ain't going to stop. This is not going to stop. It's going to keep going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25% to achieve 10% sales growth in the first 3 months of 2022. Bottled water and yogurt company, Danone, achieved its sales growth target in the first quarter by passing on some of the costs to the customer. Beer manufacturer Heineken's asserting price helped it hit a net revenue growth of 24.9% during this period, according to Fortune magazine. The prices are going to keep going, folks. They want you to be standing in food lines. This is not a joke. They want you standing in food lines. And you know, you guys can talk shit about me as much as you want or say whatever the fuck you want to say, but don't shoot the messenger. All I'm doing is bringing you the message. Whether you agree with it or not is up to you. But I think you all see it happening in real time right now. But nah, you rather pay attention to football. You rather pay attention to America's Voice or whatever the fuck it is on TV. You rather pay attention to your Netflix. Nah, fuck this. It's not bothering me. It's not affecting me. If I got to pay a couple bucks more for a stick of bubble gum, no big deal. Yeah, really? Just wait and see. Just wait and see where this is going. McCarthy's push to ascend to House speakers relies on Trump. Bakersfield, California, the next Speaker of the House could very well hail from California, not Nancy Pelosi's slice of the Golden State, but other California, Donald Trump's California. House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy is a son of the Central Valley, a farming and oil pumping heartland that eagerly embraced the former president. A swath of rural conservatism amid California's progressive politics, it's where residents often feel ostracized, resented, and left behind by their liberal neighbors in San Francisco to the north and Los Angeles to the south. But they're going to go after McCarthy. So here's what's going to. So McCarthy's, he wants to be Speaker of the House. Take McCarthy out of the game. So that's going to be the strategy for the Democrats. New York Times reporters say they have more damaging tapes of Kevin McCarthy after releasing audio of him planning to ask Trump to resign over January 6th. New York Times reporters Alexander Burns and Jonathan Martin say they have more damaging audio of Kevin McCarthy. In audio released Thursday, House Minority Leader McCarthy said he'd asked Trump to resign over January 6th. The pair reported on McCarthy's comments in their new book, an extract of which was released Thursday. And let me tell you, 2022 is shaping up to be a legal fucking nightmare for Trump. Okay, it's being a legal night. This guy's fighting on all fronts. On all fronts. Okay, so Donald Trump and his allies are facing a flurry of legal challenges this year, investigation into his company's finances. So both sides are going in, and they're going in intensely and for the whole pot. They're going all in. Both sides are going in. A lot of this is going to be legal battles. But like I said before, and I'm saying it here, there's a firewall. And I believe this, there was a firewall that asked Trump to run for president. He wouldn't just do this. You don't just say, you know what, today I'm feeling pretty cute and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm just going to run for president and take on the new world order by myself, with my family. And I'm going to play chicken with them to the very end until someone dies, because I'm crazy, because I'm fucking insane. It doesn't happen like that. It didn't happen like that. He was picked to do this. Well, I'm going ham today. I got to tell you, I bet you my neighbors are like, what the fuck is going on in there? This guy's crazy. You know, I think we have an extremist next door. This guy's insane. You hear him? Put your ear to the wall. Put your ear to the wall. How many of you think I'm batshit crazy? You're welcome. Green says she can't remember if she urged Trump to impose martial law. Atlanta House Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene testifying Friday about her alleged role in the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol as part of the case seeking to disqualify her from seeking re-election. Said she cannot remember whether she urged President Donald Trump to impose martial law as a way to remain in power. I don't recall, Greene said, in response to questioning by an attorney representing the plaintiffs in the case. So you're not denying you did it? Asked attorney Andrew G. Selly Jr. You just don't remember? No, I don't remember, Greene replied. I don't even know why I put that story in here. I have no idea. But I thought it was relevant with today's world. Meadows had been warned of a possible 1/6 violence, January 6 violence. A former White House official told the House committee investigating the Capitol riot that President Donald Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, had been advised of intelligence reports showing the potential for violence, according to just released transcripts. Cassidy Hutchinson, a special assistant in the Trump White House, told the committee there were concerns brought forward to Meadows before the storming of the Capitol on January 6, 2021. But it was unclear what Meadows did with that information. They're going all in. They're going after everybody. Everybody who was even remotely involved with Trump. But just keep in mind, even with the January 6th, all that stuff, the violence was engineered. It was engineered. It was fucking engineered. And I noticed that we have a 3666. It's not a good sign. January 6th committee seeks to force Mark Meadows into testimony. So now they're trying to force Mark Meadows into testimony. House committee claims former Trump chief of staff Meadows has been warned about potential violence on that day. The House Unselect Committee investigating the events surrounding the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol said there was evidence that Mark Meadows, former President Donald Trump's last chief of staff, had been told that there was a potential for violence that day. But who really caused the violence? Who really did it? You fucking dirtbags. White House readies for tough probes that would follow a GOP takeover. The White House is preparing for a potential barrage of Republican-led congressional investigations next year, so they know this is coming. Hiring new staffers and positioning itself to respond to aggressive inquiries if the GOP takes control of one or both chambers of Congress, according to the people familiar with the moves. Now you're assuming that you win, but they're going to do everything they can to make it to where you don't win. Kind of like 2020. Senior officials have begun strategizing on how various White House departments, especially the counsel's office, may be restructured to respond to an onslaught of investigative requests if Democrats lose control of the House or the Senate in November's midterm elections, as many of both parties expect. I don't know. I'm looking at this in a whole different perspective, a whole different point of view. I see it like, you think it's going to be fair, really? I mean, I don't know. Just call me crazy. Airlines substitute buses for planes as pilot shortage. Okay, pilot shortage persists. So, U.S. airlines are facing a pilot shortage that's complicating efforts to ramp up flights, forcing them to step up training programs, recruit foreign pilots, and even replace planes with buses. You heard that right, with buses. The industry needs to hire an average of 14,500 new pilots each year until 2030, according to federal labor statistics. But carriers say there's no way they can bring on that many due to long lag times for credentialing. Worse, experts say the staffing bottleneck is unlikely to end anytime soon. I think we all know what this is from. That's what I think it is. They're like, fuck you, I don't want it. That's what I think this is. And let's get to the Durham probe. Where does it stand? Folks, I hope I'm doing good. I'm in my motel room, and I'm doing the best I can with what I got. Okay? I don't have my setup, but I wanted to give you my audience the updates and see where it goes. I don't know. It's my parents' 60th anniversary. I can't believe they made it this far. Blows my mind. Durham probe, where does it stand? Cases handled by Special Counsel John Durham have produced a flurry of notable discoveries that shed more light on the sprawling 3-year investigation. Durham has so far 3 indictments and 1 guilty plea under his belt, with some indications that there may be more to come in the pipeline. Now, I talked to George Papadopoulos about this. George Papadopoulos firmly believes, you can go watch it on ninoscorner.tv, ninoscorner.tv. He firmly believes Durham is a white hat. And he said those words, Durham is a white hat. Durham was tasked around May 2019 with reviewing the 2016-2017 FBI investigation of supposedly nefarious ties between candidate and later President Donald Trump and, you know what, Russia. Remember they said Donald Trump was going to cause World War III? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. And look what happened. The investigation has led Durham to some deep recesses of the D.C. political machine. As the current record indicates, multiple federal agencies, including the FBI and the CIA, were seized on Trump and his associates by operatives tied to the Democratic National Committee and the presidential campaign of former State Secretary Hillary Clinton. The FBI launched a sprawling investigation into Trump's campaign with some of FBI officials most deeply involved in the probe, privately expressing strong animus against Trump and preference for Clinton. So I'm hoping Durham's a white hat. I'm hoping he's not going to flip or flop. I've also heard word that Bill Barr could actually be a white hat. White hat. This is light blue. But I mean, we're not going to know. Only time can tell. That's how this is going to go down. Only time can tell. But I will tell you this: the vice grips, from what I'm seeing, is doing this to them. The walls are closing in. They know it. They can't sleep at night. They're not sleeping at night. I promise you that. This is all out war, and I feel like I'm commentating the greatest show on earth. Fuck boxing. Fuck UFC. Fuck football. Fuck all that shit. I don't know how any of you are not paying close attention to this. This is the greatest show on earth. And I feel privileged that I'm able to have my small audience on here and commentate it to some degree. Exxon bans LGBTQ and Black Lives Matter flags from being displayed at company flagpole. Bravo. Bravo. It's about fucking time. Twitter re-examines Elon Musk's bid. The two sides are meeting Sunday to discuss a takeover bid. The Washington State Journal has reported. So it looks like Elon Musk may get his way. Now, we're going to see who he really is. Let's say he does take over Twitter. Free speech going to come back? What are your all's thoughts? Give me a thumbs up if you think free speech will come back. Me, I'm kind of the jury, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I almost feel not so, but that's just an instinct. That's just an instinct I have. I would like to know your thoughts on this. Woke health experts ordered midwives. Now listen to this shit. Thank you, Nancy. Listen to this shit. Woke health experts, so health experts that are woke, they're called experts. Even if they don't know what gender they are, they're experts. Has ordered midwives, okay? So midwives that are having babies for lesbian couples, gay couples, whatever, okay? They have ordered the midwives to say front hole, your front hole, instead of vagina. Health chiefs at Brighton and Sussex University Hospitals NHS Trust recently ordered midwives to refrain from saying the biologically correct term vagina and instead to opt for the degrading alternative front hole, your front hole, or genital opening. This is fucking sick. Horrified midwives who were too afraid to speak out were banned from saying the word while speaking to transgender or non-binary patients. Some individuals may have referred terminology for their anatomy, the care guide writes. These should be used wherever possible. For example, some people may talk about front hole, your front hole, or genital opening rather than vagina. While dealing with pregnant women, midwives are told to write down their patients' preferred terms in a document called My Language Preferences. Don't hurt my feelings. I just want to be like rocketed off fucking planet. I am tired. This place is a fucking circus. It's a mental circus. You all think I'm fucking crazy. I think you all are fucking crazy. You're nuts. In what the fuck news, man dies after setting himself on fire in front of the Supreme Court. Police say, did you guys see this? Oh, finally, we broke 4,000 people. Wow, thank you. Slow today. Slow on the ball today. Wake the fuck up. A man died. This is true. This really happened. A man died after setting himself on fire outside the U.S. Supreme Court building in Washington, D.C. on Friday, officials said. The incident occurred around 6:30 p.m. on the plaza in front of the building, Supreme Court spokesperson Patricia McCabe said in a statement. Supreme Court police, U.S. Capitol Police, and D.C. police responded, and the person was airlifted to an arena hospital, D.C. police said Saturday. The man identified as Bruce Wynn of Boulder, Colorado, succumbed to his injuries. So the guy... No one was injured, according to the report. McCabe said D.C. police still investigating the death. So the guy lights himself on fire. And I don't know. Call me crazy, but I think there's easier ways to make a statement. It kind of made your whole point go up in flames. Just say it. I don't know. Lighting yourself on fire to get attention. That's probably the most worst agonizing way of death. But I got to tell you, folks, this really happened. And I think there was an incident 3 years ago where a guy lit himself on fire at the Capitol. More liberals need to light themselves on fire. Just saying. Make statements. That's how go woke and light yourself on fire. That's the best way to make a statement. I'm saying that right now. Send this to your liberal friends. Light themselves on fire. That's the proper way to make a statement in America. Light yourself on fire. Oh, God. I have some good interviews. I have Dr. Judy Mikovits coming up. As you can see in my interviews, I'm pretty serious. In my interviews, I'm serious. I conduct a serious interview. But for the most part, I go fucking ham on my morning shows. Nino's Corner.tv. Nino's Corner.tv is still, well, it's lower than a gallon of gas and it buys me a cup of coffee. So thank you. All right, folks, that's going to do it. I got to get on with Judy Mikovits talking about, you know what? And that's going to go on Nino's Corner.tv because it's too fringe for YouTube. I walk a fine line on YouTube. I walk a really fine line on YouTube. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting. Peace.